Hi, welcome to Oshinyemi's channel. Today I'm going to talk about this movie called Nneka the Pretty Serpent. Let me pull up the. Okay, now we're able to do this now. I hope it's sounding good because I can just hear buzzing from the machine. Okay, so as you can see, this is Nikkei. I have to move myself out of the way. Can you hear me now? Hold on, let me double check on this side too. Oh, took myself out of it. Can you hear me now? Hold on, let me double check on this side. Oh, took myself out. Okay, so I'm gonna bring back up my picture. Oh, hmm. Can't find my picture now. Oh, it went straight to the Netflix. Okay. Oh, let me find the picture because the picture just sets it off, you know. Um, right. So the lady in question is this lady here. If you can see, lift my cursor. You can't see my cursor there. It looks too blurry. Yeah. So the lady in question is this young lady in the middle, right? So what happens is now the movie moves to where you see her as a big woman, and she's working in the kitchen, and she's humble, and she kind of takes people's shit, and the normal fiasco. because it's kind of like a I don't know whether it's supposed to be a mythology movie or whatever, but anyway, right? They fast forwards a little bit further, and then she thinks she tries to kill herself because she's bothered by her parents. Is in her mind. It's in her mind. It keeps playing in her mind. She's actually the revenger in this movie. This young lady. The characters at the back is the ones that she kills, and then there's also a priestess that takes over her body. So while she's in the water, she gets bitten by a snake, and then you see the thing. It's like kind of like Marvel, where you see the change in her. She gets more and more attractive, more and more sensuous, and she literally goes looking for the people who kills her parents. So one by one, she gets one by one different means. With the men, she seduces one. One of the women is a businesswoman and she loves perfume and stuff. And she does this thing where she blows on the perfume and the lady says, "Oh, that smells really nice. Can I borrow it?" And then she sprays it. See all the welts and stuff comes on her. And then Tutu's now right, you see that she's lying on the floor, she's dead. So I know I'll probably give away half the movie. But anyways, let me see if I can get the pulse hot take on it. Oh, have they done a review on it? Oh yeah, they do. Okay, so it's starring Ida Iceland, whatever, I can't even say her name, in her Hollywood debut. It's by Tonzin Allo or whatever. It's a dedicated reboot centered on the character's revenge mission to kill her parents' murderers, which she does. I'm not going to pronounce the names because I will do it injustice right now. So let's get a nice picture of the girl of the actors. Oh, can't see it. I'll have to reshare it again. Oh, hiya, big Philly, you alright? So basically, this movie is interesting. I mean, it's not perfect, right? They haven't got it all down on this one. This movie, when the person's in the morgue, you can literally see his belly breathing. I think I was like, wow, you can literally see him breathing. They didn't pan away from the dead body on the slab. Um, you can literally see the man breathing, literally. And I was like, wow, you could at least have panned it away. So when I was checking his hand, I think you can see him put his hand on his chest. I'm like, oh come on. Like and because like in most of these cases, whatever case most of these types of movies, in the cases, um apparently when the mortuary people's checking people's bodies, apparently they eat apples and they eat food around their body while they're doing the work. So I think the Nigerians wanted to get that kind of CSI thing. You know that woman in CSI where she eats the food around the bodies and while she's forensically checking them out. So they tried to do that. The only problem I would say there is a few things they could have done a bit better because normally their movies are very good. Though I don't watch the violent ones, but this one, yeah, you literally see the guy in the morgue breathing, literally, and I was like, wow. And when she goes like into like a void or a twilight, where she's speaking to the priestess who takes over her body. It's more like it's on a stage, and you can tell it's on a stage. I think they didn't have a lot of budget. That's what I think, anyway. But it is a good little movie. It's a good little movie. I can say, yeah, like you can take a look at it. I mean, you like might laugh. I mean, some people laugh at movies like that. I mean, they get a kick out of it. They laugh at it. Right? It don't really scare them, but there is a little bit of flaws in it as well. Even to the end, I was like, wow. They like um, after all going through all that stuff, what she went through, right? Um, It's like they just parked it on a stage, and I was thinking, oh god, geez, they could at least have done something else, could have added more oomph to it. So I think this movie was not the greatest. It still ain't past that other movie I reviewed how long ago? I can't remember what the movie was called now. Can't remember. I have to go look it up. Can't remember the movie that I reviewed and I really rated it. It was really good. Let me remember. Hold on. Let me see if I can remember. Oh, Mystic River. It's not as good as Mystic River. I think Mystic River is the best one I've seen so far, to be honest. Um, the Queen, whatever the woman represented, I thought she was a priestess. That's what I know, because like the way the hair's done and everything else, apparently she was the Queen and she took over her body. So I was like, oh, okay. So I just doing a very short review on this one, because this one had a little bit of and a little bit I don't know, a little bit and that was it. And it was just like, oh, is that it? Um yeah, they could have done a bit more to the movie. I was really expecting to see loads of serpents all over the place, to be honest. Yes, yes. Mystic River is actually the best one. The ones the ones with Toyin Abraham is good. Like there's one on there now about a village, and it's similar to what's it similar to? I can't even tell you what it's similar to, but it's one tribe against another tribe in the same place, right? Um, it's called uh, Snakes Rattle or something like that. Snakes Rattles, and they're showing bloodiness, they're showing violence and all that stuff. Some violence is a bit much, but the makeup is not very good. The makeup alone gives it away. You can tell by the makeup it's not very good. I think they're going back to the days when they used to make them old Nollywoods again. And I'm thinking, okay, you was in lockdown, but you can still make very good Nollywoods. You don't necessarily have to make us disappointed, basically. But Toya and Abraham, she's a very good actress. Honestly, she's really good. She's funny. If you know about Jennifer's Diary, Toyin is a little bit like her, like Falake Bello. I forgot the rest of her name. She's a bit like her. She's funny, honestly. Um, so this movie here was a very much a disappointment. Um, my friends had told me to watch one next one. There's one called King of Boys. That one's really good. The first one and the return one is good. Definitely good. The King of Boys. Yeah, this one wasn't very good. This wasn't the best I've seen. I've seen better. I've seen better, honestly. I'm not even gonna. Right, I'm not even gonna break it down. There's nothing to break down. There was no mystic about it. You don't see nothing. They bring church into it a lot. You know, the the priest kills himself because she came to avenge the priest. So she didn't even get a chance to kill the priest, and I was he killed himself, and the man she was in love with, she poisons him. Then she tries to kill him, and then he kills her. She goes into the spirit realm, but was not very good spirit realm, and it's like, wow, is that it? But there's one movie that my friend did tell me to look at as well. There's an American movie. I did look at it. I was gonna actually do a review on it, but I wasn't sure if I should because I'm not sure how many people's watched it because people might have watched it before me. So that's Beckett. Beckett's good. Beckett's a very good movie. My friend told me about it. But yeah, this was a disappointment. I didn't even see this movie because I normally see most of the Nollywoods that pops up. Um, this one was not that good. I don't like serpents, so I'm not a fan. So the effects was rubbish. Oh well, sounds like it's all over the place. Yes, it is a little bit. Yeah, it's a little bit. It's a little bit. I mean, fair enough, right? She is very seductive when she gets her first victim, and then you see fangs. So she ultimately turns into a vampire. I wouldn't say she turns into a serpent because when you see fangs on a woman, you will think vampire. You won't think, oh yeah, that's a snake or whatever, or viper or whatever. Um, yeah, I think it went a bit south. Yeah, it went a bit weird for me. I'm just like, wow, okay. Um, the characters, some of the characters are quite poor. They're quite poor, but there is some talented ones in there because one of the lady with the blonde wig, the lady, I'm not good at saying no 3 steps down or whatever. There's one who turns up who's the businesswoman. She comes in loads of good Nollywood movies where she's the mother most of the time, and she normally gets good parts. I wouldn't say this is a good part for her. Um, this wasn't a good part for her. Even the one who plays her lover, he's normally in really good love stories. He wasn't in a very good. This wasn't a very good part for him. I mean, he was strong as well, but nah, nah. I mean, like you can take a look at it. I could, like I said, I could be wrong. You can take a look at it and see what you think. But honestly, it's like you could just think, wow, it's just the man putting his hand up. Like when she's checking his hand, you see his hand. He puts his hand on his belly, and he's already got a big belly already. And the camera wasn't panned onto the forensic good enough so you can kind of see the movements of the hand, the belly, up and down, breathing, and you're like, oh, okay. So yeah, I was disappointed. I ain't gonna lie. So yeah, but I'm gonna go to the other stream because that one's more different to this one. This one's just a film review on Nneka my thoughts on it. It's not even an opinion. It's my thoughts on Nneka the Pretty Serpent. It wasn't that good. I wouldn't, if you want to watch it, some people laugh at these horror movies or whatever. Me personally, I wouldn't say, yeah, go and watch it. It doesn't scream nothing to me, really. But I'm going to go to the other stream now, yeah? Because that one, yeah, I want to reach to that one. So with that said, I'll see you on the next stream, okay? Because I'm going to try and do at least 2 to this morning. Okay. So I'll see you in a minute, Miss Wise. Please like and subscribe. Yeah, like and subscribe. Thank you. Bye.